Okay, hello YouTube, and welcome to another tutorial video. Today we're going to be talking about the YOLO Horde dodge. Now, this is something that a lot of people tend to get a little bit squeamish about when they are grinding this game. Plenty of people have come up to me in the past and gone, "Oh, I'm gonna have to start, doing YOLO Horde, and it's a really scary dodge to do." And I've had countless amounts of people come to me and basically ask, how do you do it? Now, to do this dodge, there's a specific line that you can take. It takes confidence more than anything to nail this time and time and time again, in my opinion. It isn't compulsory to do this dodge unless you are essentially running for a really, optimized time. And what a lot of people try and do is they try and do this very early on when they are grinding for, mid-table times. You kind of only need to do this when you're going for maybe a top 10 time, I would say. In the Clay Race scenario, when you're grinding for a low 52, then maybe start doing this. And same for Leon Air, when you're grinding for a sub 49, I would say, or a really low 49. A lot of people really push themselves to try and do this dodge very early on, and what they find is they just don't get consistent results at this moment, and they end up, putting themselves off doing it. So I will show you how to do the YOLO Horde here. This is a pre-recorded video of a session that I did a while back. So I'll talk you through it in stages, essentially, and then we'll watch it all happen in real time. Yeah, let's have a look at the run through these zombies for the first time, and I'll try and talk as we go through. So what we want to kind of do when we go through the door is we essentially want to drag the zombie horde to the right-hand side of the screen. So as you can see, our first movement is to run forwards. And what this does is it kind of drags the zombies' attentions to wander over to the right-hand side. And what you want to do is you want to open up a tiny gap down this left-hand side of the wall here. So you'll see us run towards these two fawn boxes here. Now, you don't have to go to the extreme levels as I do on Claire's scenario, because Claire's hitbox is a lot smaller. On Leon's scenario, I would advise, probably trying to drag the dodge out a little bit wider. But in some cases, you can kind of run forward and start arcing your run around here. But for the video's purposes, we're going to do the extreme lengths to kind of show you the dynamic of the dodge. So kind of gauge it to a point where you touch the phone boxes. Now, we're literally clipping the side of the phone boxes there. You can run into the phone box head on and turn. But your main premise and main target that you want to be doing here is you want to be guiding the zombies' paths to this side, okay? When you see this happen in real time, it happens so quickly, and if you are slightly off, then you are probably going to get bitten once in rare occasions. Most times, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. Sometimes you can get bit 4 times, and your run is completely dead then. Once you get to this side, you want to run forward. And if you're doing it at an extreme angle, you want to run to just before this zombie, and then you want to turn last second. So you'll see us turn, as we've just skipped the video on quite a long way there. You'll see us run to within frame here. The zombie hasn't actually reached out for us yet. I think if he does reach out for you, he will grab you if you get too close. So essentially, the starting path, you want to run out. Arc, you run just before this zombie, and then you want to aim for this gap here. So the zombie here will continue to walk this way as you change your direction to go in this way. So you'll see this just here. You'll see that the zombie's concentration kind of stays in this general direction even as you're running past, and he doesn't realise you've actually got past him until you're gone. And then at this moment, you then want to arc your run through the centre of the zombies. So you'll find this little gap here, and then what you kind of want to do is keep running slightly left until the camera angle changes, because there's a zombie here that will attempt to grab you if you carry on running straight here. If he reaches his arms out, he's going to grab you probably on the back. And if he grabs you on the back, these zombies will then approach you, and then you'll get grabbed probably 2 or 3 more times after that. Once you get into the centre, there's a nice wide open space here, and you kind of just want to push Claire through this gap and arc around in this direction here, which you'll see us do there. Now, we do run quite tight to this zombie just here. We do run very tight to this zombie here, but again, this pathing is probably a more optimised route. You can, if you want to be sure of the dodge, you can run over towards these vending machines here, and then you can continue down into the corridor there. You'll see that this is obviously a practice video, so we do run in and out, in and out, in and out. We'll see how the second one goes in real time now. So, out, run forward, arc the run towards the phone boxes, go through that gap, and straight out there. It looks so simple in real time once you know what you're doing. And to be fair with Claire, this is a lot easier to do because of the size of her hitbox. And there you have it. That's the YOLO Horde dodge. So this is the best way that I can describe doing this dodge in real time. Doing this with Leon is a little bit more snug, if you so wish to say it that way, but it is exactly the same premise. So this is the Leon dodge. I like to take a little bit of a wider line, as you can see here. We run out directly towards the phone boxes because Leon's hitbox is wider, so you want to create a bit more of an open space on this right hand side as you're running through. It's exactly the same dodge. Turn just before this zombie. Arc your run in towards this little area here. And you want to touch the wall here. Now, just be careful as well. One note to point out here. There is a magic pixel here that you can get stuck on sometimes. So if you do arc your running too much, you'll actually hit a brick wall here and you won't be able to move. And this zombie will 100% grab you. But again, straight through that gap. I like to push Leon out a little bit further to the left here because this zombie is prone to hitting me when I play as Leon. But again, same premise. Arc your running to the right and then you can make your way down the hallway. We can watch that again, just in real time, so you guys can see it working in one fluid motion. There you go. You can see around here. We actually brush shoulders with this zombie, so it is a relatively tight dodge to do. But you just got to trust your instincts at this moment. As long as you've got your line right throughout here, you shouldn't get grabbed by this zombie. It's very rare that he will turbo turn on you, especially on normal difficulty, because you don't get turbo in zombies on normal difficulty. Hard difficulty, this is impossible to do. So if you are doing a hard difficulty speed run, I will do another video on how to do a safer dodge in this corridor. But yeah, you can't do this on hard difficulty. But there you go, that's the YOLO Horde dodge. If you do have any questions, make sure to ask them in the comments section below. And there'll be more tutorial videos coming soon. I've got a few things recorded, so I'll be able to spoil you with some more insights on how to speedrun this game. But there you go. Like I said, any comments, make sure you put them below, and I'll speak to you on the next one. Thank you.